My name is Jennie Hurwood, and I am an Englishwoman in Quebec. Before I came to Quebec 3 years ago now, I was living in England where I grew up. I lived in the same house from when I was born to the age of 18, in the middle of the countryside, not far from the city of Cambridge. I miss my little car and our local pub, which was where, I first discovered my love for a number of Canadian musicians hailing from Vancouver and based in the Commercial Drive area. I came to Quebec 3 years ago to teach English as a second language. It was part of a program by the British Council, and they placed me in the local high school at Rivière-du-Loup. I was happy to make friends with other assistants in the same position as me. In my town, I made two good friends, Fiona from Toronto and Eileen from Ireland. There are other assistants all over Quebec, from Gaspé to Amos, and would take advantage of our long weekends to meet up in Quebec City. Working 18 hours a week with school holidays and a long summer break meant that I could really take advantage and travel while I was over here. I went to Vancouver, which is the place I'd just been longing to visit. As well, I got to see the Rockies, Edmonton, Niagara Falls, Toronto, Halifax, and in the United States, Chicago and New York. And of course, in Quebec, I got to see everywhere from Montreal and the Grand Prix to Gaspé and the Percé Rock. Back in Rivière-du-Loup, when I wasn't teaching, I was pursuing my other love, dancing. Something I started aged 18 in England. I found classes in Rivière-du-Loup, and that's how I met my boyfriend, Denis. After a year in Rivière-du-Loup, it was the end of my contract, and I returned to England thinking I wanted to teach French. But I missed Quebec, and I missed Denis, and so last October, with my work permit in hand, I headed back to Quebec. Now I'm in Rimouski living with Denis. My French is pretty good, as it's been 3 years since I first came, and I'm working for Heritage Lewis and Lawrence as the communications coordinator. It's the Anglophone community organization to help the Anglophones of the Lewis and Lawrence. We're not very many, and I was quite surprised to be able to find a job that seemed to fit me so perfectly. My first winter next to this Lewis and Lawrence was wonderful. It was cold, but I like winter, and the river is so beautiful. I'm still dancing, and I'm really looking forward to building my life here. My name is Jennie Hurwood, and I am an Englishwoman in Quebec.